Folks, I'm back from the UPNA. I was in the great North Woods of northern Wisconsin doing the first really out in public band gig since March of 2020. And we had a good old time. And now I've returned. And just got done doing a quick sound check. We had to do... we had to get everything ready to go because the camera was used for something else, and once we do that, we have to reformat it. Not to bore you with our activities, but you know, it's what we do. I'm going to just share this quick with some folks, and then I'm going to tell you what guitar I'm playing here. All right, I'm going to go like this, share to a group. I'm sharing it with our friends in the Gristle Kingdom. I'm going to share this over here to a page, which is going to be Koch Marshall Trio. Boom. All right, folks, this particular guitar, I got my phone. I've reached the point with my phone where it's like 5 minutes after charging it, it's almost dead. So tomorrow I'm going to be getting a new phone. Fun how that works. But this particular guitar, just so you know, is one of these 70th anniversary Telecasters. They're made in Mexico. That's Mexico to you and I. And finish color, diamond anniversary, gloss polyester finish, alder body, medium C neck, satin urethane finish on back, gloss urethane finish on front as far as the neck is concerned, maple neck, 9.5-inch radius, 22 medium jumbo frets. Pickups are 2 vintage style 50s Telecaster single coils. Comes with a gig bag, and they're equitably priced at $899.99, folks. I just got it in the mail, and I opened it up, and it looks good to me. Looks yummy is what it does. Can you dig it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Listen to the foul noises afoot. I'm dropping stuff. Things are happening here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, please don't. Okay. All right, I can dig it. All right, I can dig it. How we doing out there, folks? That is a Welch's Grape Jam. You are correct. This is a 75th anniversary Telecaster of Doom and Destruction. There are quite a few available at Wildwood Guitars as we speak. We've got a link to one of them on the doggone stream information. So if you're watching it on Facebook, it will be below or above, right? Facebook above, YouTube below. Let's hear some weird chords. Well, those are pretty weird. Fun chords to play over, by God. If I might be so bold, just turn this amp up a little bit so I can go deaf a little bit more. I'm using the loop a little bit today. I haven't looped in a while, so I thought it'd be fun to loop. I'm going to loop and dupe. Let me get this thing out of the way. Sorry, we were reformatting the room today a little bit, and kind of in my Sunday go to meeting clothes, as you can plainly see. Catching. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen. Mark Knight has the Greg been repaired? Yes. You know what happened to my amp was that I took it to, and I had to do some videos down in Chicago for the Fishman folks with Nathaniel down there. I loaded my gear, used the back of the amp as I usually do to put the foot switch in there and whatnot. And I must have disconnected one of the speakers. So I blew the remaining speaker. How's that for stupidity? So we got the other speaker repaired, and now they're all rocking. Rocking and a rolling. Can you dig it? Mm-hmm. I'm actually using pedals for overdrive today. I've got the that's the ODS 808 ODS 181, the Wildwood exclusive jetter pedal. Gives you a little slice of what those pedals sound like. The ODS is plugged in, which is a Wildwood exclusive jetter pedal. Then we have my Gristle King pedal, which of course you can get through my lovely website, but all good, clean fun for the kids. And this is one of these 75th anniversary Fender Telecasters available at Wildwood Guitars, and it sounds doggone good. Let's try a little. $899.99. Say what? $899.99. Say what? Yes, the silver headstock going with the body as well. It's actually, I think they're calling it the diamond finish. It's got a diamond finish. Armando says, hey, Greg, I used to practice from your Hal Leonard Blues book. Good, clean fun. Excellent. Thank you very much indeed. That was actually the first book I ever wrote for the Hal Leonard folks, was the blues book. First book I ever wrote, period. But you know what? I'm pleased. I'm pleased with the way it turned out, doggone it. Sounds good. I like it. I like it all. I saw Carl out there. Carl, what do you think of my buddy Carl gave me this glorious guitar stand, this little carousel. Look at that. You see that? They move around. Hey, look who's home. Look who's here to play. So many guitars. We got some Reverends. We got my signature Reverends. We got a little Lester Palfus, a little Mr. Stratocaster. We got the mighty Gold Gristle 90. And then right back to the slot for this little morsel. Can you dig it? Can you dig that kind of activity? David Beauregard, I'm glad you got your video. I tried to send it, but I was having difficulties. I'm glad the Wildwood folks sent you your video. I hope it was up to snuff. John asks if I have a favorite guitar, and I'm just going to say I like them all. But you know what? Every time whatever guitar I'm playing is my favorite. I have a special place in my heart for my 53 Tele that I got, but I love my new signature guitars. I play them all the time. I just bought that 74 Strat, which was like a unicorn, really, really light, sounds great, it's immaculate. I love that guitar. I got that gold top with the P90, my new Fishman P90s. I love that doggone thing. This guitar, I'm just digging this guitar right now. It came in the mail. I'm playing it, and it's one of these 75th anniversary Fender guitars. And it feels good. Mm-hmm. Just out of the box. Actually, it's behaving quite well considering I'm doing all the bends and all that kind of stuff. And here's one of the little things, folks, that does it for me for Telecasters is that they have the rounded off knobs on the top. Now, let's go a little close up on that. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can go over here with this and go like so and go like this. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got the old school rounded knobs like on my 53 Telecaster. That's the kind of stuff that I love. Can you dig it? Yes, Joe, it's been handling the heat. Sounds good. Am I using an attenuator? No, I am not. That was the amp distortion at the end there. That last bit was all amp. Prior to that, I was using either the Wildwood exclusive ODS 181 from Jetter or my Gristle King pedal with the clean boost on it as well. Sounds good. It's a doggone good sounding guitar and inexpensive in comparison to a lot of things. And it has some keepsake value because it's a limited edition. Doggone 75th anniversary Telecaster, you see. Can you dig it? Any questions out there in movie land? Rain, that is disturbing what you're commenting on there. Rain, rain, rain. Yes, actually, someone asked about Dusty Hill. We've done multiple Dusty Hill Billy Gibbons shout outs playing wise. I've done a doggone whole stream where I was stream of consciousness one after another. Can you dig it? Is Paul Brown in the house? Paul Brown. Paul Brown. He ain't nobody's clown. I said Paul Brown. Any special pickups in that telly? No, Joe. It's just pretty much, I think they just say vintage spec pickups that are in this thing. I will tell you exactly. They just say 2 vintage style 50s Telecaster single coils. 75th anniversary Telecaster. Diamond anniversary is the finish color. Gloss polyester finish. Alder body. Maple neck. Modern C neck shape. Neck finish is satin urethane finish on back. Gloss urethane finish on front. 9.5 inch radius. Synthetic bone nut. 22 medium jumbo frets. Nickel chrome hardware. 6 saddle string through body telly with block steel saddles. Vintage style tuners, 3-ply back black pickguard, and a deluxe gig bag, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin, what? I'm so sorry to hear that you had a small stroke last Tuesday. I hope you're better. Doggone it. Sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that you're out and listening in. Doggone it. Our best to you. Yes, Joe, they are doing the job. I like that squishy neck pickup, boy. Here's the middle. like it. I'd take this guitar and run for the hills. I'd run through the hills. Say what? Major! Oh, can you dig that kind of activity? Is that Jeff Pevar out there? Jeffrey Pevar in the house. Jeffrey Pevar in the house. Yes. I like musics. Musics is good. Musics is right. Music's all day and music's all night. Can you dig it? I like that kind of, that's a thick sounding vibe. Sebastian, that is the vibe that's on my amplifier. The Koch amplifier called the Greg, my signature amp, has that harmonic vibrato right on board. You know, kind of a funny story, folks. I went out this weekend and did some of my first gigs outside of the house. Actually, these were the first gigs with the trio. So we did a lake party on Saturday for a friend of mine, kind of a private party thing. And I actually, prior to the pandemic, when I would do gigs with the trio, I would just bring my amp and the foot pedal for the amp, which is, which is this thing right here, which has the channel switcher, boost for the gain, the OTS features, another gain feature, and then the harmonic vibrato and the reverb. So I'd literally go to a gig with a cord and that foot switch, and I'd be done. Well, during the pandemic, I'm starting to use a different type of vibrato pedal. I like a magnetone vibrato every now and again. I like an old phaser sound. I got that. I got my Octavia, messing around with some gain pedals, wah-wah pedal. So, and then I usually put a delay pedal through the effects loop of the amp now, right? So I got all this crap. So I thought, well, maybe I'll bring out some of that stuff. And so I brought it out to the first gig. And the time it took to set it up. And then I get done with the gig, and you're selling CDs, and you're talking to people, and my nephew was along, and he tore down my stuff, and he did a great job. But anytime anyone tears down your stuff, you never know where anything is, right? And you're like, oh, I tucked this in here. And you're like, oh, thanks, thank you so much, but now I got to figure out where all this stuff is. And so the second day we showed up to play at our gig, and I was like, I ain't plugging in a damn thing. I'm going to go with a cord, the amp, that little foot switch for the thing, and it sounded fantastic. So I'm going back for when I go out and gig with the band, I'm bringing a cord and the amp, and that's it. Can you dig it? Blinded by socks, Matty K. Those are some bold socks, aren't they? I have some. My sock game has been risen quite a bit. Has been risen a bit. It has risen. What? Blinded by the socks. Blinded by the socks. Simple is best, isn't it? I mean, it's cool to have those other little bells and whistles and whatnot, but you know what? The whole reason why I designed or requested the features on the amplifier as it was so that I wouldn't have to bring a damn thing. So, you know, I like a nice reverb, and that harmonic vibrato, man, it does the damn trick. Can you dig it? It gives me, you know, if I can do that. Right? Someone said a amp for slide. Well, this amp is fantastic for slide. But I can just put a little bit of this on, a little bit of that. I like to go on that bridge pickup, put the tone back a little bit. So a lot of times I put a little gain on, and then just put it on that bridge pickup on a telly, but then just give a skosh back on the old tone control to take a little bit of the razor blades and hand grenades and put them at bay. Then you can engage in spirited. Yeah, that is the amp gain. Yep, that's the amp gain with the amp. So the overdrive channel with the overdrive boost on. Yeah, the amp's in the background. This one right here, what I'm pointing to, that's the Greg head. So that's the same brains as the amp I'm using. And right below it is a 212 extension cabinet. That's what I used this weekend. And of course, that's the regular Greg there, right? I'm having a hard time pointing this. This is hard. There it is. And then the tweed amp next to it is the mini gristle. That one's coming. And that's a turn it up and go type of a situation. It's got a volume, a gain. The gain is called gristle. The master is called more. And then there's a tone control. There is a little boost switch on there that's foot switchable, and then a reverb. So it's pretty simple, and it's one EL34 tube, and it can either be 12 watts or 4 watts, and it sounds so good. When you crank it up, it sounds like a old Plexi Marshall. It sounds like the Billy Gibbons tone, where it's like, sounds like destruction. Oh yeah, the 212 extension cabinet. It sounds good. Thank you, Jeffrey. It sounds so good. Hey, Greg, what is your favorite Dregs LP? That's hard. I would have to go with Dregs of the Earth as my all-time favorite. Although Unsung Heroes is excellent. And what's the one with Free Falls. Well, Free Falls is a good record, too. I'm trying to think of the red one. What's the red one called? I'm having a hard time. My brain is not firing. Fat with the capital PH. Yeah, somebody's asking where Toby's Leslie speaker went. He took that with him this weekend when we went out and do the gig. So he took it from here. He took it from the lair. So that's why I put my little amp onslaught back there. Someone chimed in at some point when they saw that artwork back there. Of course he made artwork of his hat. Like, no, someone else made it for me and gifted it to me, and I thought it was cool. So I framed it. So there you go. Almost everyone is nice on the internet that I've experienced, but every now and again you get a couple of people who are animated stool samples that you have to deal with a little bit. But that's all right. You know, you can't get 100% all the time. Am I right or am I right? Animated stool samples, that's not a thing. Well, apparently it is. On the internet. On the internet. Can you dig it? Road Expense is a good song. That is a good one. Does Greg have home insurance? Of course. Of course, of course, of course, of course, of course. Because of the wonderful thing. Jeffrey, thanks for stopping by. Let's talk soon. I'd love to jam soon. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Always good, clean fun. Jeffrey, when we jam. Jeffrey, when we jam. Good, good, clean fun. Hear that song? It's called Jeffrey. I liked it. I'll ask again, why 210 and 212? Good question, Dan. Sorry I didn't see your question earlier. I've always liked Vibroluxes, so I've always liked 210s. I like the tight low end of 10s. I like the way they throw. I like 410s as well. I've loved super reverbs for years. And then what happened was when I designed this amp, I was playing with trios with a standard guitar, bass, drum situation, and it sounded great. And then when I started playing with my trio, with my son on drums and with Toby, it was a different dynamic, different frequency range, and I found that I really needed the extra oomph of 212s. I found that with that cabinet, it just gave me a little extra, not more power, just more oomph. Does that make sense? So that's why I did that. Birmingham is here. Greetings, Birmingham. Can you dig it? A lot of people conversing out there. I like to see it. People conversing in our little community here in the Gristle Air via the Inner Google and our friends at Wildwood Guitar. Ooh. Wow. This song was a shout out to y'all. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. Can I come over and jam? I'm local. Joy Buzzer. Not a lot of jams going on here at Koch Residence, other than when we got to do our doings, but maybe when we're out in the wild. What's the word on the new Hal Leonard book? Michael, that is an excellent question. I'm hoping that we get that sucker out soon. They told me that it would be, first of all, they told me early summer. Then they asked for some photos and stuff to use for the artwork, and I sent them that stuff late May. So I'm hoping any day they're going to say, hey, we got there should be arriving at your house any day now. So we'll see what happens. I will certainly let you know, and we will set you up. Can you dig it? Oh, the cat come in? Oh, there she is. That's Luna Girl. Luna, what's going on? She gave you a little meow. Did you hear that? Yeah, that's Luna Girl. Luna Girl is a powerful cat. A Luna Girl, she knows where it's at. She's powerful. Cat attack. Come on in, Lou. See, people want to say hi to you. Oh, here she comes. Yes, hello, Lou. Hello, how are you? Majestic beast. Yeah, she's very sweet. She's a little sick. She's got a little bladder situation that we're getting through, but she's having a hard time, Luna Girl. And then, of course, we went to the vet, and I took both the cats, because every time I bring Luna by herself and don't bring Bilbo, he doesn't recognize her when they come back, and then he attacks her. So I thought I'll bring them both in so that they're around each other, and it won't be a surprise. Well, Bilbo's such a dumb cat. He doesn't recognize her, and he wants to kill her. He's frightened of her / wants to kill her. So we have to separate them. So we have Luna down here, Bilbo's upstairs. So crazy. Can you dig it? It's like a mini leopard. It is a mini leopard. Greg, what's your credit card number? Tyler, you rascal. Has Greg been spayed? I have 4 kids. What do you think? Bonjour, our friends in France. Greetings to you. Jeff says, I love my golden Gristle 90 more and more every day. I'm so glad to hear that. I love mine. I'll tell you what. They are screaming demons, the Gristle 90s. Luna Girl, write a song about her. I've got the song Luna Girl. Have you not heard the song Luna Girl? It's an instrumental song, but it's a good song. Sweden is here. Oh, I am calmed down already. John asks, I think it's John, you like your harmonic vibrato. If you used a pedal, which one would you use? The Jam Pedals new Harmonious Monk. That's a great harmonic vibrato pedal or harmonic tremolo pedal. Sounds great. I do like Univibes. Jam makes a great Univibe. All kinds of companies make great Univibes. I also like this pedal, which is made by Bigfoot Custom Effects. Very simple device. It's got a depth and a speed, but it does the magnetone vibrato. It sounds glorious. How about Gristle 90 and Luna Girl print or Luna Girl print? Ooh, that's not a bad idea, Paul. I like the way you're thinking. I like what you're thinking. Luna Girl, where'd she go? Is she in here? Oh, there she is up there. Look at her. She's majestic. Look at her. The power of Luna Girl, of Luna Girl. Yeah, Harmonious Monk, that's a doggone good pedal. Could you please start me up? What about Fuzz Pedals? Man, that is a long and I've got so many different fuzz pedals. It's crazy. Everything from I have an old German pedal called BSM. This here it is right here. I don't even know if he still makes these, but BSM Fuzz Bender. In this direction, it's a fuzz face. In the other direction, it changes it into a tone bender, and it actually works. It sounds great. The Ripple Fall by Jam is a great pedal. What other fuzzes? I like, I like the Jam pedals. Makes a great fuzz phrase pedal. My buddy from Big Knob Effects made me some great pedals. He actually made me like the Jimmy Page fuzz from the Yardbirds years, but he makes a great fuzz face. His stuff is great. That's Big Knob pedals. So many different ones, doggone it. And Wildwood's got a bunch of cool stuff too. I mean, they've got all kinds of delicious morsels. Their overdrive pedal, the Jetter stuff is fantastic. The Jetter ODS 181, that's this pedal here. Oh, poor Luna, she ran frightened. Oh, now I did it. That's a great little pedal. Analog Man Fuzz Face, I bet that's a nice one too. What's the difference between a P90 and a regular single coil? Well, regular P90s are single coil pickups. It's just a bigger coil, as far as I understand it. The materials are different, so it's got a bigger, bolder sound than a regular single coil. But also, when you add overdrive, it sounds big and fat, but it also is noisy as hell. So that's why I was very interested in pursuing the idea of using the Fishman Fluence technology that we use to make my Telecaster pickups to do P90s. So that's why we worked on those pickups. So my P90s are noise free, and they have multiple voices, and they sound cool. Stefan says BSM is still active. Cool guys, cool pedals. Thank you. Burnt Miser, that's it. Yeah, Burnt is a cool cat. He makes good stuff. There's so many good fuzz pedals. It's crazy. He always knows a good fuzz pedal. Years ago, Joe Bonamassa laid on me one of his signature Dunlap fuzz faces. It sounds great. It sounded great. I still use it. Will you play Nashville this year, Daniel? I hope so. We shall see. We shall see. I'm going to be down in Knoxville for the Woodshed Guitar Experience coming up at the end of August, with Andy Wood and Brent Mason and Robin Ford and Mark Lettieri and the mighty Andy Timmons. That's going to be fun. Yes. Well, listen, I'm going to hit the road. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, today's speciality was the 75th anniversary Fender Telecaster. There are a bunch of them, as well as the 75th anniversary Stratocaster, which I should be getting one here soon. But check out those guitars on the Wildwood site. Always check out the new arrivals page. It's always a source of inspiration and temptation, shall we say. Yeah, we've played Texas many times. We'll get down there again. We play in Austin. We usually play at the Saxon, and up in Dallas, we've played a few different places. But we always do something at the Guitar Sanctuary down there. They've got a nice venue. I always do the Dallas Guitar Show. We were going to do a show at the Granada Theater, but that got canceled because of COVID. We need to rebook that. So, but we'll be there at some point. All right, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Have a good day.